Next thing I need is a ceiling on this level, and that should be pretty easy. I'm going to click on architecture. I'm going to click on ceiling, and I'm going to change this ceiling type. This is the default ceiling type, was a 2x4 acoustic system. We don't want that. Click on edit type, and you really don't have to duplicate, even though I've been telling you to duplicate. You can actually just go ahead and rename it. Let's see, drywall. Okay, but just keep in mind that if you rename what's already in here and change it, then you will not be able to use this particular material on the same job. You won't be able to go back to it because you've already replaced it. But you can always create another one. Okay, but anyway, drywall ceiling. And I'm going to call it ceiling. Okay, so I renamed it. I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to get rid of this finish. This is the acoustical tiles. We don't want the acoustical tiles. We're going to delete that. Structure, okay, I'm going to change the structure to gypsum wallboard. And then I'm going to change the thickness to 5/8 of an inch, which is, you know, typical thickness of ceiling drywall. Okay, all that's taken care of. I'm going to click apply. Okay. And now, boom, I've got a ceiling. This little dialog box will pop up. Just ignore it. It just says that you can't see that right now. And I really don't care if I can see it or not. Okay, so now I want to go to level 2 and place a floor there. So I'm jumping into level 2. And you can hide your roof if you feel like you need to. I feel like I need to, so I'm going to hide it. And I can't see my walls, so I'm going to come over to my properties box and click on my underlay. In my underlay section, my range base, I'm going to make that level 1 so I can see those level 1 walls. There they go. And now I am going to place a floor. Okay, now for the second floor, you can use either a wood truss 12-inch with carpet finish, or you can use a wood joist 10-inch with wood finish. If you want to replace the wood finish, you can. So either one of these will work. This one is a truss system. This one is not, but that's okay. We don't necessarily need a truss system on a small house like this. Okay, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to click all the way around. Click the green check mark. And yes, I would like for the walls to come up to the floor. It says the floor roof overlaps the highlighted walls. Would you like to join the geometry and cut the overlapping volume out of the walls? Sure. All right, so now I have floors at both levels. Now here's what I want to do. I want to double check this and make sure that my ceiling height and my floor height and all that kind of jive together. So I'm going to go to, actually, I think I'm going to just do a cutaway. We'll go to view. Do a section view, cut through my house like so, escape, double click. Okay, and see how that turned out. And as you see, my ceiling is up inside of my floor joist. So I click on my level 2 line. I don't want to adjust the floor. I want to adjust the elevation. So I click there, and now I'm going to bump that up. No, actually, it was too high. I need to bump it down. So you'll get in here a little bit closer. Now sometimes you might have to bump it up depending on which floor system that you choose. If I chose the 12-inch floor system, I probably would have ended up bumping it up a tad. Okay, so now I know I have 8 feet. I'm going to go in there and measure it to make sure. From the bottom, from the floor to the ceiling. And I got 8 feet and a little bit extra because it's kind of a crooked line.